What's up, guys? How's it going? Hope y'all are doing well out there right now. Y'all are earning some money, or I hope you're with your family. Today, I just kind of wanted to take a quick minute and talk about something that I heard brought up at in a live feed last night. Depression out here on the road. Depression out here on the road is not something to be taken lightly. I think, and it may not go for everybody, as they say, there is an exception to every rule, but I believe that the majority of truck drivers suffer through some degree of depression. It may not be, it may not be that bad for some, but for some it might be absolutely terrifying. For some it might be unfathomable to somebody like me, or somebody like you that just has, short little episodes from time to time. But I think it's almost impossible not to have depression out here, especially if you are a husband and a father, because unless you're a local driver, and even a lot of local drivers, I guess this could pertain to because of their hours, but a lot of drivers, we watch our kids grow up via pictures on text message and Facebook, and that in itself, I think, is grounds for a certain degree of depression. But if you are suffering from from any kind of depression, you really need to talk to somebody. I'm not even talking about professionally. Just somebody that, your wife, hang on a second. I'm leaving empty, so. No, the load was already taken. Let me look here. What I was saying was, you don't have to go seek out professional help. But, if you do have a wife, if you do have, friends, if you do have, parents that are still alive, talk to them. I go through all kinds of episodes out here. Just yesterday, I went through a really bad funk all day. And there wasn't anything I could do to pull out of it. I talked to my wife a little bit, but the more you sit on something like that, the worse it's going to get for you. And when you're out here, the last thing you want to be doing is thinking about anything else other than your job. Got an opening, gotta go. Don't think that if you're going through depression, don't be embarrassed about it, Don't think that you're the only one that's, going through it. Don't think that it makes you any less of a man or any less of a woman if you are going through it. We're just people out here, We're out here doing a job. It's, for most of us, it's a job that we love, but it comes with a lot of sacrifices. And those sacrifices will naturally make a person depressed. Because the sacrifices I'm talking about are leaving your family and your friends and your home and everything that you know behind. It could be for just a couple of days. It could be for a couple of months. police officer. Even though I'm not doing anything wrong, I hate when a cop pulls right out when I'm passing. I'm gone from home usually about 4 days straight. And then I'm usually home for about 2.5 to 3 days. This week is different. She needed somebody, my boss needed somebody to run for the weekend. So, you know, she offered a very handsome sum of money, and all I'm doing is one extra run. And she offered me an additional $800 on top of everything else that I make. So I couldn't exactly turn it down, because after all, money does put food on the table. And I know what, you know, some of you are going to say, well, you know, you're choosing money over family. Not really. You know, because although I do miss my family, I want what's best for my family. So see, it's kind of a catch-22. As a truck driver, you know, the harder you work, God, I hate these eye shifts sometimes. They shift horribly sometimes. They have horrible shift points every now and again. But anyway, you know, you're left with a decision. Spend more time at home, you know, but earn less money, or earn a lot of money and spend less time at home. And I think, to be honest with you, I have found the perfect balance. Because this isn't something I do all the time. And I'm not gone for months at a time, so it doesn't hurt me every now and again to work. God, I hate this traffic circle. I absolutely hate it. It's the dumbest traffic circle in anywhere. Flemington, New Jersey, you are so stupid. You are so stupid for designing this traffic circle the way you did, with 2 lanes going around it like this. I'm home enough that I can afford to to work for a weekend every now and again, and stay out a little bit longer. You know, I mean, I'll be home by Sunday. I gotta leave out again Monday, but I'll be home again Wednesday. And I'll be home Wednesday until the following week, because it's Thanksgiving week. Alright, come on, iShift. You are shifting way too late. I'm not even flooring it. Come on, there you go. And you know, even if there's not somebody at home that you can talk to about this, which if there's not, you know, I couldn't imagine that, but there are hotlines. There are people to call, to talk to that are, you know, that's free. You know, I mean, their phone numbers are just a Google search away. You know, but I guess my main goal of this video is to just let you guys know that you're not alone. You know, this is probably, you know, and that sounds kind of dumb to say, because truck driving is probably the loneliest job anybody could ever have. I mean, I'm sure there's probably there's jobs out there that are lonelier, but every job I'm thinking of that you're more secluded, you know, like being like, you know, even crab fishing on the Bering Sea, you know, working in the oil fields, something like that, you're at least with other people usually, you know, you at least have other, you know, members of your crew with you. Unless you're a team driver, you don't have any other members of your crew with you here. This is it. You're in your little capsule, running down the highway at 65, 70 mile an hour with a CD radio, well, with nothing but a CD radio to really communicate with anybody near you that's not in the truck, just to have a little time to socialize. And it can get to you. And I just don't want you to think that, you know, you're weird for it, because you're not. with it. For me, what causes it the most is just time missed with the family. When my wife sends me pictures, because there's a lot of firsts as a dad that you miss out on, or as your mom, that you miss out on if you have young kids. And I've got a 2-month-old son at home and a 3-year-old daughter. And for the better part of my daughter's life, I was a local driver. So I was home pretty much every day. And every weekend. So I saw a lot of her growing up, Well, up to the point where I left that job anyway. Obviously, she's only 3, so she's not grown up per se, but my son, though, I've been back over the road like this for over a year now, since my local job. And, like I said, my son's a little over 2 months old now. And there's a lot of firsts, a lot of firsts. My wife will text me, she'll be all excited. Oh, hey, he did this today, or he did that today. And it just gets to you, And as any kind of a sane, rational human being, you cannot help it. Some people will say, oh, well, depression is a choice. You choose to be depressed. I call absolute horse crap. There are some things that people just don't have control over. And certain emotions are one of those things. Remember that we all out here suffer through it. And hell, if you have, I've really learned a lot that some of the best people to talk to when you're feeling down about being on the road is talk to another truck driver. If you have a friend that works at the company you work at and you have his number or something, just call him up and talk. He knows exactly what you're going through. He knows exactly what you're going through. And even if you don't want to talk about, depression because you just don't want to be that gloomy guy that depresses everybody, or you don't want to think you are. You're not. I don't want that you wouldn't be. But I know in my state of mind when I'm depressed, I don't want to feel like I'm putting that depression onto anybody else. So that's just a personal issue. But if you don't want to specifically talk about depression, just call up your buddy from your trucking company you work at, and just talk about stuff. Talk about family. Talk about cars. Talk about guns. Just talk about something to keep your mind off of everything else. And for me, usually, I feel better after that because I don't go through deep depressions. I just skim over the top of a episode of depression from time to time. That's, and I'm very fortunate, for that. So when I get off the phone after having a good conversation with a friend, especially another truck driver friend, like I said, who knows exactly what I'm going through, I feel a lot better because they've been there. They've been there, they might be there. Maybe you can help each other out. But with that said, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm driving back home empty from Flemington. Couldn't find a load for me. I went there for a load, and it was already taken. So, what can you do? So I'm driving speed, which will save a little fuel. You know, you gotta look at the positive to everything. Save a little fuel and I'll make better time going over the hills on 80.